Stu here with Raid, Shadow Legends, and Miscreated Monster. So since the 10 times event, this is the champion I get asked about the most. What should I do with my Miscreated Monster? What masteries should I use? How much HP should I get? Speed, crit rate. What is the best thing for Miscreated Monster? So on this one, as you can see, we're going with high speed, high crit, and we're going to run through a couple things. We're going to go through Ice Golem, we're going to go through Spiders with the team that will complete it. A burn team along with some other people in there. Then we're going to take all this gear off. We're going to run him slower with no crit and no masteries whatsoever. Then we're going to take some more gear, change it around. We're going to give him high crit. We're going to keep him a little bit slower even still with 0 masteries, and we're going to run through everything. And we're going to run through Nightmare Campaign with them that way as well. So you'll get a feel for what you need to do for your Miscreated Monster. And we'll talk about masteries at the end. But we're not going to talk about masteries right now. We're going to play this. I'm going to show you the current masteries that we have on him right now. These masteries mean nothing. Critical damage, more critical damage, evil eye, and then additional chance to apply his A1. So his A1 does have a decreased defense, so I got over there an additional chance to apply that. If you want to do stuns, obviously we'd have to go to Bulwark in the defense mastery tree in the middle. But again, we'll talk about that later. So right now we're at 76,000. We're going to keep that 76,000 all through the 3 different versions of our Miscreated Monster. Though we do have high speed, right? 221 speed with 83% chance to crit. We're going to have accuracy throughout all this. We're going to have accuracy on Miscreated Monster for his A1 and for his A2. You need it, you want it. All right, let's go. So you're going to have an accuracy banner on him. You're going to get this done. As you can see in my gear, I have 2 pieces of HP gloves, HP chest, and it's the accuracy set, right? So with the accuracy set and speed set, this is really what I recommend for all Miscreated Monsters. Accuracy set, speed set. But don't worry, we're going to slow him way down to 176 speed. We're going to put no masteries on him, and we're going to have him with 0 crit, and we're going to get to see what he can do. So let's get into it. So Ice Golem's here. Now this is the good Miscreated Monster, right? The really fast one, the really strong one. Look at his hit. We get some stuns. We get some shields up. Now we're going to come over to the next stage. Let's see what he does here. And we're going to see how he functions through this, right? What does he do in Ice Golem to help our team out? It's really about cycling through to do his A2 to get those AoE stuns, his A1 to get the stun and decreased defense as long as it's not a boss. Right there, look, he's protecting us. Ally Protect is up. Ally Protect is up. That's what we want. We're taking damage. We just took some damage there because he AoE'd everybody. He's stunning them. We've got Seer in here to eat some stuff and to get damage. Stun right there. Stun and decreased defense. Boom. Right there on the side minion. Unfortunately, we can't do that on the boss. He has to stun to get the decreased defense. But there he is. That's why we need the accuracy. Ally Protect. Save all our people here. Miscreated Monster is amazing for this. That way, if our Royal Guard pops off or our Seer pops off, as you saw from some other events, you might have watched me do 44-second run, I think it was, with Miscreated Monster, Seer, and the rest of these. So really good runs, really good team, and normally we would not lose somebody there. But unfortunately, we lost somebody there, which is kind of funny because I kept that in because in the next one where we slow down, we get a faster run, but we still lose Stagnite at the very end. Not this early, but we do lose Stagnite later on. So Miscreated Monster is going to take some heavy hits later in the next battle with our slowed down, no crit, no mastery Miscreated Monster. So he's there to soak that up. And I know you might not have you didn't really get to see it that much, but you're going to see it the next one. When he's slower, when he's less effective, but still does a faster run. So here we are. Now, how big is this shield going to be, right? Do you want crit? Do you have to have crit? If you're going to run something in here, is it important to be faster or have crit? I think it's important to be faster. You need the speed to loop around through your skills. You want that A2 to get those shields up, but you want to reapply those shields, and you want to get Ally Protect up. So we're taking 50% of the damage. Look at that. Right? We've got shields up, plus we have Ally Protect. So then our Miscreated Monster is taking 50% of whatever damage is done, which is going to help us out a tremendous amount. If your Miscreated Monster is too slow, you can't cycle through those abilities fast enough to keep everybody alive. You just won't be able to do it. This is Spiders 20, of course. We have Cold Heart to knock down the turn meter. We have Armor to knock down the turn meter. Spirit Host in here, which, by the way, she's level 50, and she really doesn't have that great of gear. She's in here staying strong, tanking it up. The next video that you're going to see on Spider in just a minute, I did give Spirit Host, I think she had no helmet, she had no weapon. I think I gave her a helmet and a weapon and something else on her. She was missing a lot of gear right here in this battle. But our Miscreated Monster is so fast and so strong, he's taking care of it, right? He's compensating for that, making up for it. But we need Spirit Host to give our increased attack so that our ultimate G will do his AoE burn right away. So there we go. We go through this. This is going to be, it'll be over soon, I hope. I think it will be. I think it's going to be over soon. And then now we're going to change gear off of our Miscreated Monster. We're going to take him from the fast 225 speed or whatever we have, the 90% crit rate we got on him right now. I think it was 80 something. and we're going to slow him way down. We're going to take that crit all away, and we're going to take off his masteries to where he has 0 masteries running through there. And at the very end of this, when we're running through Nightmare Campaign with Miscreated Monster solo, taking on 12-6 of Nightmare Campaign all by himself, we'll talk about some mastery options for you to do. So here we are. We're taking off the gear. I had to put on some boots on him that if I put on speed boots, even lower ones or even +8 speed boots, it would give him too much speed. So I came through here and I just gave him right there. There we go. Good. Come on, Stu. Let's go. So his total stats, we're going to pause right here. So now on this one, 76,000 still the same. We went from 225, I think, speed to 189 speed, and we went down to 38% chance to critical hit. So this might be more in on the lines of what you could do for your Miscreated Monster. He has an HP neck, and we're taking off his masteries. 0 masteries. Keep that in mind. We're running this with 0 masteries. Right? He's got an HP neck, HP gloves, HP chest, speed boots, and an HP ring. That's it. Flat HP on those rings and neck, and then accuracy banner, of course. So, again, we're rerunning with the same exact team, but now our Miscreated Monster is way slower, doesn't have that chance to crit, and watch what he does on the boss here. Either one will do fine, right? Either one will do fine. What we need is that protection, right? Even if we didn't have Seer in here rocking these waves, it would be a much longer video. Like, overall, this video would be much longer if I tried to show you all these runs. So I'm keeping Seer in here. That way we can drop through this and get to what really matters. We're going to take a shot from the boss when his minions are up. Check this out. We're going to get hit a couple times here. I think we take a shot later. Our first shot, we have increased defense up, which really doesn't matter because he's supposed to go through defense. And we save ourselves with Mausoleum Mage. And our next shot, we take it at the end here, but he does have Ally Protect. And you want to cycle through those abilities too, because with this Ally Protect, that we see the shields that he has up, the shields during dungeon runs aren't that big. So the ability to be able to crit during a dungeon run isn't that big of a deal. Because you're not hitting that many targets, it's not as much, it's not like spiders. There we go, we got another stun, that's beautiful. So we're going to take a hit here, but he doesn't have Ally Protect up. But we are going to take a hit in just a minute here. Ally Protect is up. Both his side minions are up. This is going to be a hard hit. Boom, we're attacking, which the AI shouldn't be attacking right then. So we just took that hard hit. Very hard hit. Miscreated Monster up, had Ally Protect, soaked up all that damage, and then the faster you can get back around to his A3 to give himself 50% of his max HP. That's what Miscreated Monster does on the A3. Ally Protect, along with giving himself almost 50% of his health back, plus a 3-turn regen. It's crazy. So here he is again. Now this is the slower Miscreated Monster and with no accuracy. So I didn't compare the two shields side by side. I didn't put it on our screen to show us what the shields are. You can tell that they're a little bit less, kind of. But I think the biggest takeaway on this part is that he's not fast enough to really loop back around, to get that Ally Protect up fast enough, right? He has it up now, great. Now to get back around to that 3-turn A2. We want to do that AoE again, we want to get some stuns off again, and we want to get those shields reapplied. They're attacking Armiger this time again because I did put some gear back. I put some gear on Spirit Host because she didn't have any gear. She's level 50. She needed some gear. She had none on it whatsoever. So I put it back on her. As you can see, Armiger is going down pretty quickly, right? We can't loop back around. We're not fast enough. We'd have to throw in an Apothecary, which we're going to do soon. We're going to throw in an Apothecary to get us back up to that speed that he had, right? He had that 225 speed. We need to cycle through our abilities. It's nice that we can hit stronger if we have more crit, sure. But I feel like speed is more important. Remember, all of our HP is still 76k. I'm keeping 76k across the board on this. But right now we have no masteries and we have no crit rate. Well, we're like a 38% crit rate, so a lot lower. So here we go. So we're going through it. It's taking a little bit of time. Our Armiger is still alive. Our Armiger is dead now. Now they're going after our Spirit Host. And we're able to beat it still, but the last time we did it with the beefed up one, faster, much faster, higher percent chance to crit, we had no issues. Nobody died. This time somebody died. Right? We still were able to complete it, but really dicey. You wouldn't want to do that all the time. So now I'm going to go through here. I'm going to up his crit. I'm going to up the crit rate as high as we can get it without doing anything too crazy. Keep the speed the same. Actually, the speed went down. Before the speed, we had 186. Now we're at 173, down lower. 94% chance to crit. If we were to play with Masteries, we can get up to 99, but we're not going to do any Masteries whatsoever. Still no Masteries. 73,000 HP. Now remember, we're going to do Nightmare Campaign with this build right here. Everything from here on out is with this build, 0 Masteries and these stats. Okay, let's roll it. So you could probably get around these stats possibly. Again, we have the accuracy and then we have the 2-piece speed because we got the broken speed. But we brought Apothecary in here. So we took out Cold Heart. We brought Apothecary in because we're really missing out on that speed now. We need to cycle through. Just like I said a minute ago, we got to cycle back through those moves. We got to get them back up. It's not enough just to get them up once. We need them back up again, right? Got to bring them back around. So for me, the most important thing, especially starting out, is to get those HP gloves, HP chest, speed boots, HP on, you know, whatever HP percentage you can get on a ring, HP main stat, and then HP percentage hits after that. We get a necklace with HP, but with accuracy on it as well will help you out. And then we get an accuracy banner on there. And then all of that together, along with some speed substats, accuracy substats, whatever you need, then later on you can work on getting that crit up there. I would never worry about critical damage on him. I don't really feel that there's anything in the game that you would ever need to do a critical damage glove with him or a critical damage neck to get additional damage, unless you're going to go have some fun in arena. As far as everywhere else, I feel like keeping him tanky, because he does do damage based off of max HP, keeping his HP up really high, and then getting damage based off of that, and not trying to go for those big, you know, wow moments like you would do in arena. Save that for arena, right? Save those critical damage and everything else for arena. And even still for arena, I would still go for high HP. I would go with HP gloves, HP chest, and speed boots. And then if you can get your speed fast enough, you could always go HP percentage, even on the boots, if you can get those fast substats and get them up to around 200. When you go into Nightmare Campaign, I would definitely recommend getting 200, 205 speed from Nightmare Campaign. You're going to see us do Nightmare Campaign with this 170, 173, whatever it was, and we're going to make it through there, right? He's going to make it all the way through Nightmare. Don't worry. He will do it. But I feel like if you're going to farm Nightmare with Miscreated Monster, or if you're going to use Miscreated Monster to get you through Nightmare Campaign, anything, against all those Valkyries you fight in the middle of Nightmare Campaign later on, or at the very end of Nightmare Campaign, which we're doing right now with this Miscreated Monster by himself, if you wanted to 3-star something, then you're going to need that speed. It will help you out. But we're going to do it with 173, so don't worry. Even if you could do what I'm doing right now, you can make it through there. It just looked a little dicey to me. When I had him back at that 200 and something speed, I flew through here easy. So that was Nightmare, as you can see. It said Nightmare Campaign. If you want to pause it and go back, you can see where it says Nightmare Campaign. We're going through here. Here are the stats. Same as before, 173. We do have the high chance to crit. Nothing fancy, right? No fancy gear, the same exact, and we're going to go through here the whole entire time. He's gonna stun. He's going to heal him back like he always does, heal himself back up. It's really nice. It's a good thing to use for Nightmare Campaign. So let's get into it, because this is toward the end. Masteries. Everybody wants to know about Masteries. Pretty much you've seen about gear, right? You've got a good idea of what you want to do for gear for him, I hope, going through all these different variations. So Masteries. You can go Fearsome Presence in the defensive mastery tree. That's all the way down, tier 6, to get a 5% chance additional to crit if you wanted to. And then along the way, you could get things that when your allies get crit, you get a 50% chance to get a 15% turn meter. You could grab that one as well. There are a few things you can grab in there, maybe to drop a debuff or do whatever else. And then once you get over to support, if you wanted to go support, if you're lacking accuracy, you could grab a few things in support. And then you could go down to where he has, what do you have? You have Evil Eye down there. You could grab Evil Eye. You could extend his buffs if you wanted to extend the Ally Protect, or if you want to try to extend the regen he gets on himself, you could do that as well. Though I feel like you really don't need support with him if you've got him fast enough. He's going to do the 8-3 and you've got enough accuracy. I feel like you don't need to go support. You could go defensive, and then you could also go the assault. And then in the assault, you want critical damage. And there, it's not mandatory. You don't need to go all the way down in assault, and it's not mandatory that you get assault. Again, we're running this right now. With 0 masteries. So you don't have to worry about masteries at all if you don't want to. But obviously you're going to do masteries. You're using Miscreated Monster quite often. So down in assault, if you want to go all the way down to War Master to get more damage against bosses, I wouldn't. I don't see a use for that. If you want to go down to critical damage, you could. But really, you could just go down far on the assault mastery tree. If you're going to use him for grinding like this, where he's killing things mainly by himself, you might want to pick up a few things where he gets 6% additional speed when he gets a kill. That way he can be even faster through this, and there will be even less issues. But he heals back so much. You can see what's happening right here. So assault, you could go critical damage, go down there to get a couple more things to increase your damage. And then on the defensive tree, you could go down in there and get Fearsome Presence to get an additional 5% chance to stun on his AoE here. That would be helpful. Right here, it got a little bit dicey, right? And again, when I had him over 200 speed, 200, 205, there's no issues. He's just blowing through here, taking turn over turn, cycling back through his abilities to make it very, very quick and easy. But those are really your options. And again, there are no bad options. It's really up to you and what you're running all the time, what you think will be the best for you. So don't do what you like, you know what I mean? Get into the masteries that you want. Do what works best for you. There are some good masteries out there. We just named probably the majority of them. Pick and choose what will work best for you, right? That's what it's all about. So that is Miscreated Monster. I hope that helped you guys with gearing him, with mastering him. And if you have any questions, post them down below. I appreciate your time. I appreciate the love and support. Please subscribe if you have not, and I will see you guys all on a video soon.